You were asked on direct examination about a federal case that you had. Is that correct?
Yeah. You
had federal charges, right?
Yeah.
And you don't really remember who you spoke to about your federal case, do you?
No.
Right. So you were never promised any leniency by the federal agency if you testified against Mr. Dow, were you?
No.
And you knew that you weren't guaranteed anything in exchange for your testimony, is that correct?
Yeah, no, I wasn't guaranteed. Yeah.
You were also never guaranteed any deal by Las Vegas Metropolitan Police detectives, were you?
No.
Now, the man said that he testified and he knew he wasn't guaranteed. This is what we do know. It was a wink and a handshake off the record, letting him know, because I can assure you, you can't go to one case in the United States of America where an informant worked with law enforcement, they got a conviction, and they didn't honor exactly what he was seeking or looking for. That's the shit that they say on the record because it's so egregious to sit there and tell the American people that, oh, we made a deal with him that if he testified, we would give him leniency and let him go for pimping and panning on a minor. He took a 13-year-old kid called State and County Lines, punched her in the belly and put her on the hose stroke. She making money for him, doing all of these turning tricks, doing backflips, everything that she could possibly do to get money in his pocket. We made a deal with him that if we get a conviction from his testimony, we're going to let him go. But we didn't make him no promises that we was going to do that. You made him a promise. That's why they went out of their way to bring this man across state and county lines. Do you hear it? This motherfucker traveled from Fulton County, Georgia, all the way to California, from California to Las Vegas. I'm talking about they crossed state and county lines with the intent to put a perjurer on the testimony. They knowingly, willingly put a fraud upon the court. That's what they did. And they asking him that, did we make any promises? Did anybody make any promises? Of course you did. That's why he was granted that. Show me one case in criminal law where they were informant, worked with the government, and they got a conviction, and they didn't follow through with the promises that they made. With the wink and the handshake. No promises, right? Wink, wink. Yeah, all right. Who are you telling this to? But she didn't believe. She don't believe him. She don't believe nothing that he said, but she believed what he says when it sounds like it's good for the prosecutor.
Thank you for using.
Is that bias?
Goodbye.
You were not guaranteed any deals by the Clark County District Attorney's Office, were you?
So, Your Honor, I'm just going to object to leading because...
But it's cross.
Well, I guess that, but he's associated with them as well, but that's okay.
But it's cross-examination.
Yeah, I understand. I just think it's procedurally...
Go ahead.
Thank you. Did the Clark County District Attorney's Office ever promise you a deal in exchange for your testimony?
No.
So after your testimony, you ended up getting sentenced in the federal case, is that right?
Yeah.
And did you go to prison on that case?
Yeah.
You testified, though, that you did know Danae Larson, Lee Danae Larson, right?
Yeah.
And you knew of Dow as well, correct?
Yeah.
Did you know that Ms. Larson was friends or associated with Mr. Dow?
Yeah.
And you also, again, admit that you were associated with both of them as well, correct?
Well, not directly.
Okay. But you knew Ms. Larson directly, correct?
Yeah.
Now, y'all hear him. Now, this man is, the prosecutor is trying to really solicit him into saying what he want him to say, as far as trying to make it seem like he know me. I don't know that nigga from a can of paint. He don't know me. But he know her. And he's saying that he know her. Now, the judge denied me. She say his testimony ain't credible. Well, let me tell you what's incredible. How she keep jumping in. She jumping in, and at no time did she jump in to defend my position. She's supposed to be there unbiased. She's supposed to sit there and be a referee. She's letting the prosecutor run all out of bounds, back in bounds, grab the ball, he hollering touchdown, and he's clearly out of bounds. I mean, what the fuck is going on? You're trying to get this man to say that he know me, saw me with her, and that's not the case. He's telling the truth. They're asking him questions. Nobody put any pressure on him. I don't even know this nigga. I've never in my life, as Allah be my witness, had a conversation with Antoine Cantrell. Never.
I want to talk about this declaration, Exhibit 4, that you had testified to on direct examination. How is it that you, well, did someone contact you about creating this declaration?
Not really in general, but it was something that's been on my to-do list, that's all.
Okay, so how did you, on your to-do list, come to prepare this declaration?
I had a little help from some of my family.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I'd like to get some more details about that. So it was on your to-do list. Did you reach out to somebody to file this declaration?
I mean, in the past, but I mean, not as recently, just a solution just came up.
Well, this was executed on April 19th, 2022, correct?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, actually, it's April 20th of 2022 is the date that's listed on Exhibit 4. So when you just said yes to the 19th, it's actually the 20th that it was executed, correct?
Okay, yeah.
So you mistakenly just agreed with me on the date?
Yeah.
This declaration, though, did you contact Mr. Dow's attorney to prepare this declaration? I'm trying to understand how you came to file this.
I know I had some family members come to town that was able to help me out with the resources. They put me in the right direction. I really don't like know who all the names of people, whatever, who I helped. But
you don't know the names of the family members that helped you prepare this declaration?
No, I don't know the names of the lawyer people, whatever. Just some people that my family had brought me to.
And so did your family bring you an attorney? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, they brought me to an attorney that can help me with my situation.
Okay. Who is that attorney?
I don't know her name.
Where was this attorney located?
It's in downtown Las Vegas.
So someone here in Las Vegas helped you prepare this affidavit?
Yeah.
Is that person here in court today, or?
Not that I know of. I don't know. I really don't ask too many questions, man. I just, whatever it is, I need to get done. I'll get it done. I just got it done.
Now, do you hear him? The man said his people came together and got him. Took him, made it happen, got the resources, went to go see an attorney, and they asking him, who is this attorney? I don't know her name. Well, that knocks DeMarco my attorney out of the equation. He said her name. Now they alluding to they really talking about this fine ass motherfucker in the courtroom, Adrian Lobo. They talking about Wolf Lady. Is this person in the courtroom? They scared to death of her. And I hope to God, Wolf Lady, you gotta get you a gun. Because you fucking with some mobsters. They some coward-ass, dirtbag, they mobster prosecutors and they're mobster police. Trust me. If I didn't have the respect that I have in the penitentiary, they'd have been trying to send a motherfucker to get at me. Man, they moved me to our desert. Yeah, I've been here 17 years. And the motherfucker gonna respect me to totality. And I'm telling you, Wolf Lady, you gotta look out for these motherfuckers. They were scared of you. They saw you in that courtroom. They saw you handing DeMarco them notes. She was giving the lawyer the notes, and he was asking some powerful questions that was coming from that little pretty motherfucker. You hear me?